Previously on Minions and Misfits. Boys, here's to a new era of the pile.
One that stands out in particular is a threat letter that seems to be blackmail from. Oh, it's hard to see, but the name on the thing says Klarsh.
He was looking to sell us all out, and he kind of raises the paper up that kind of signifies that.
There's like a shock around the crowd. There's muttering and gasping. Yeah, so this is the new era of a pile. How will we deal with the impending orc threat? How will we deal with leading a new pile here?
Happy New Year!
Welcome back. Yes, that's the one. Thank you. You beat me to it.
Happy New
Welcome
Year.
back to Minions and Misfits. It is a new year, a new life, a new you. Except it's not. We're all the same. We're all playing D&D, and it's a good time.
It is a new pile, though.
There is a new pile. Speaking of this new pile, our boys, Weehawk and Gorfeht, have spent a couple of weeks here remodeling, revamping, changing things up. What all have you been attempting to do here? What has the last couple of weeks looked like?
Well, I think one of the first things that Weehawk did was take that idol that
The elven statue.
that Tuk Tuk had and offer it back to their elf friends from the woods.
Okay, we can do that in a little bit here. Let's keep the list going. Yeah.
And then probably try and trade the dwarves for some amount of whatever kind of siege technology they might have.
Some armaments.
Yeah, some armaments.
Find the best way to not start a war with them, I think, is pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think with the humans, probably like send peace offerings. Like here is some...
Specifically to the village that you guys kind of raided, but then didn't, but also did kind of actually raid. Yes.
Yes, kind of.
We took a bunch of their food.
100%.
Okay, so let's see. Peace offering to humans.
We try to strengthen the economy, have some tax cuts.
Some stimulus money.
some stimmy checks.
We did that. We did that in the last episode.
Oh yeah,
It's so true. You actually did.
we've since created a banking system. We have our own micro economy.
We've got credit unions.
Yeah. We have a credit system.
First bank of the pile. It's just an additional smaller pile.
Full of
But
gold.
you're allowed to take stuff back out of it.
Oh man, what a concept. Yeah, so the last couple of weeks have been pretty hectic, but also you've seen some good feedback, I'd say, from our other gobby boys and lasses here. There's been some groups that have been like, okay, well, like, I mean, as much as we didn't like him, Tuk Tuk was like consistent. We were doing things here. We all knew how it ran. This is a whole new world. We got to learn all sorts of new things. Like, what do you want us to do here? So there's been like some complaints, but you haven't had any like active attacks or anything like that.
I feel like the answer to the question, what do you want us to do here, is still pretty much just what you were doing.
Okay.
Except you don't have to give as much of it back to, like, you can keep more of it.
Mm-hmm. How have you been
don't have-
addressing namely, I would say the biggest problem we've had is the food problem. So besides the stuff you raided from the humans, how have you addressed this food problem?
Weehawk learned how to make magical food,
Whoa.
which isn't a perfect solution, but he can now use good berry, which
How many berries does that give you?
10. So it's
10
not,
berries.
like I said, it's not a perfect solution.
And how
but
many goblins are in the pile?
A lot.
I
Has
imagine.
there ever been a census of the pile?
I imagine that Fredward is also kind of like a walking mushroom garden. We can also
Oh
harvest
yeah, you
him
can
from.
just pluck
Oh yeah.
pluck from Fredward.
Oh yeah. Gotta make sure we don't.
and we
this
know what our limits are and how far we can go into the caves of terror, so we can harvest mushrooms there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably been a couple of gobs who have taken a keen interest in like actually like learning how
Yeah.
to grow their own mushrooms and using the cave as
Yeah.
almost a mushroom farm at this point.
Well, now I'm really hungry.
We've probably developed some mushroom agriculture inside the part of the caves of terror that we get to use.
Excellent. Who is in charge of the hunting currently?
That would be well, Scrim's in charge of raiding, so I guess I'm still in charge of hunting since I'm the
Okay.
game warden.
Yeah, so you're the one handling all that and divvying up
Yeah.
people to go and do that.
Mhm.
Cool. So that's been working better and smoother, and not having to worry about Tuk Tuk just being like, kill all of them and bring them all back, and then they'll rot, and then we'll be okay.
We definitely have like a money storage development where we kind of like put it all in one cave and like have someone watch over it. I feel like we probably do the same thing with food. Like we're trying to ration the food, whereas I feel
Slowly learning how.
yeah,
Yeah, but not like emergency ration, but just like make sure that we have
Take what
enough
you
to
need
give
kind of
everyone
thing.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to each their own need. Okay. Let's go and do that whole elf situation. So we can, you guys head back through the forest. Who are you leaving in charge while you're on expedition? So just
Probably
Scrim.
Scram.
Scram, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. He'll make
Scrim
sure things
and
are handled.
our assistant Jim.
Yeah, Scrim and Jim.
Also
Alright, so we hit-
Gorfeht Jr.
And Gorfeht Jr. I'm sure he'll really be helpful in charge. Yeah, I see no problems with
Yeah.
this.
So I feel
Just
like
runs around. Gorfeht.
we promoted Jim from being just a bodyguard to being like just a full on
Member
assistant.
of society. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's no longer just, the leader's like servant.
Yeah. He's all three of our right hand man.
Excellent. Try to picture that triangle of right hands
Yeah.
going in with him. Perfect. Okay, so we head through the forest. Being the game warden, you know the forest well, so you're able to lead back generally the path you took to end up near the elves. As you get close to their grove, you see a couple of those little like animated bush shrub things that kind of skitter away at your approach. Because apparently stories of your abuse have
You can still
made
see
their way.
you can still see the black spot on the ground where we lit one on fire.
They're walking with Fredward, and Gorfeht just says like, and these are things you can blow up, but you probably shouldn't. But you can, but you shouldn't.
Can but should, and very different things. You guys make your way into the grove, and you're greeted by a couple of elves who kind of sniff around and be like, "Oh yeah, these are the same goblins that didn't attack us on sight. What's going on, guys?"
Not only are we not attacking you on sight this time, we've actually brought you a gift.
A gift, you say? Oh, wonderful.
And they like wheel in the wagon that has got the statue. Or how big of a statue is it?
It's about yay tall, so like 2.5 feet.
Yeah, so I guess we would be pulling it on a wagon.
I think Fredward would probably just be carrying it.
Well,
You can,
Fredward
like,
is
lash it to Fredward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a long history of lashing things to things in this. So.
we sure do. From the very beginning, we've been lashing things to other things.
So you unlash it from Fredward and bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
As the statue comes down, the elf grove kind of goes silent. Like everyone just kind of looks at it and like is looking at each other. And one of them comes up to you and says, "Where did you get that?"
Our ex-boss had it.
Please take that as far away from here as you can.
Oof.
Oof. Well, do you mind telling us what it is so we can keep it away from us too?
Have you ever heard... Oh, you haven't. Of course, you're goblins. We'll just tell you. That is an ancient evil deity that has not been spoken of here. We dare not name him.
Should I name him?
No, please don't. Please don't name him. He was supposedly defeated and then was brought back, and then supposedly defeated and then brought back. He just keeps coming back. But we haven't discussed him. But apparently he was most recently brought back earlier this year. So we're just take it.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, while
appreciate
we're
the
here-
gesture. I mean, the thought is nice of bringing. You see elvish statue. You think, oh yeah, our elf buddies. Yeah, you bring that over there. I appreciate the thought. But yeah, not that one.
Well, while we're here, we could also use a little hand with something, if you don't mind.
Do tell.
Well, so I said our ex-boss. We took over.
Congrats.
We found out that he was about to sell our village out to a bunch of orc bandits.
Oh, the worst.
So I was thinking if you guys wouldn't mind using some of your, he like gestures around to all the plants and trees and stuff, some of your tree magic to help us grow some defenses around our camp, that would be great.
That would be very interesting. A little collab. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. And he kind of looks around at the other elves, and they're all like, yeah, sure, yeah, we do.
Yeah, because synergy and teamwork.
Right?
It's a good word.
Because we know they're coming, and we're pretty sure we're gonna have to fight them off. But you guys seem like pacifists, so
Yeah, we're not super about the whole, like, murdering thing. Like, if we have to, we
Right.
have to. But, like, try to avoid it as much as possible. You guys seem to relish in it almost.
Well, actually, I'm partially a pacifist myself.
Oh, really?
There's-
A goblin pacifist?
Yeah, I mean,
we've been doing a lot of.
go ahead,
Go ahead, Sam.
Who's Sam?
Sam. Is that this guy? He kind of points to the statue.
No, don't name him.
Is his name Sam?
No, absolutely not. Definitely not.
Well, now you say it, it sounds like his name is Sam.
No, please don't. No. And definitely don't speak his full name.
Weehawk just interrupts.
Samuel?
Like,
Oh,
anyways,
no!
anyways, we've been doing a lot of growing in the last. What has it been? 2 weeks? I guess it's
yeah.
been like 2 months now since the last.
Since you
time we
mentioned
saw
the elves. Yeah, it's been a solid, like, month and a half. Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of growing, so
What kind of
yeah,
growing?
we're emotional.
Oh, that kind
philosophical.
of growing. Not like
Ecu-
crops.
Ecumenical.
Well, that too. We actually some folks learned how to grow mushrooms in the caves next to our
Oh,
village. So
lovely. We love mushrooms. Mushrooms are the best.
We also
Speaking of which,
overthrew our
where
leader.
did you get this giant mushroom beast? We've not seen its
that's-
before.
His name is Fredward.
we had kind of a run-in with the deep dwarves like about a month ago.
You guys have been
and
all over the place.
We ended up taking that from one of them that tried to kill us. It was a whole thing.
Sounds like, yeah, you guys have been busy.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we
Making
will
friends.
say this is definitely the most civilized goblins we've ever encountered, and I mean, honestly, we've been kind of rethinking y'all's whole thing. So we've been impressed. We'd love to see what you're doing with your clan here, and yeah, we'd be happy to grow some defenses for you.
Oh yeah, any help you can give us in eventually turning back these horrible bandits would just be great. 'Cause we like where we live and we don't want to see it burnt to the ground.
Absolutely, I think we can all relate to that. And they kind of pat Gorfeht on the head.
Yeah, that has his tongue out. His eyes go derp. We're also the leaders now. This might be good to mention.
Oh, you're the ones in charge.
Yeah, we scared off.
Yep.
See, we're pacifists. We didn't even kill our old chief. We just scared him off.
This is unheard of.
Yeah. Less murder.
Oh,
Who knew?
Lord. Less murder. That's our mantra.
I could write a song
Yeah,
about
us
that.
and us and our village's chief scout all took over because let's face it, our old boss was terrible.
Yeah, we've not interacted with him directly, but we always hear stories about the goblin pile over there and how they're all dirty and nasty and mean. So
Yeah,
we've
the
had us
reason we-
rethinking this.
The
Charming,
reason we
isn't it?
found those deep dwarves is because he threw us into those caves, which
Oh.
we at the time called the Caves of Terror.
Well, that doesn't sound
So
very
you
nice
might
at
be
all.
able to assume what his intentions for us were there.
Probably death.
Yeah.
At the very least, terror. All right. Well, yeah, we can just try. We can send a couple of guys and just travel back with you if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and
can-
just make sure you just bury that statue somewhere.
Can we destroy it?
And
I wouldn't destroy it. It would probably incur some wrath.
No. So don't destroy
Yeah, we're-
Samuel?
we've already got
Ah!
enough.
Can we do
We've
this?
already
his
got
name.
enough wrath
Can-
coming our way.
Can I do an insight check to see, like, 'cause I feel like this is going really, really well, which is not normal.
We're not used to things going smoothly.
Can I roll an insight?
Yeah, go for
mean,
it. Yeah, roll insight. Yeah.
15.
15. Okay. What kind of what are you looking for with your insight here?
So, like, normally when you send your troops to someone else's base, it's not to help.
No one said anything about troops.
They're sending some of their
Yeah.
elves.
Yeah, those aren't troops.
Yeah, they're not troops.
What are they?
Just
They're
smells.
stoners.
Are they armed?
No,
Oh.
he's only like 3 dudes.
Ah. He says in Elvish because he speaks Elvish. Saw, dude.
He kind of looks perplexed at you and says, he gives a little upwards nod, like, oh yes.
This is gonna be so funny in 2025.
Yeah, it's super relevant.
Oh yeah. He then dabs and
You're fired.
and then shoot dances out of the glade.
Oh my gosh. All right, so yeah, those guys follow you back. They keep a good distance from Fredward. Like they're very off put by A, the statue, B, the walking mushroom beast. Because it is not a natural thing. It is definitely something that was created with the ore and like infused like as a golem. Like it's not a natural occurring beast. So
It's
I feel
some
like
kind of horrifying
Yeah.
homunculus of.
since the elves are so far away, I feel like Gorfeht would walk up to the statue and kind of knock on it. Is that you, Samuel?
the elves both like shoot like just daggers at you just with their eyes.
You said they weren't
We was
armed.
just like, okay.
Not actual
Okay.
daggers.
We was just like, okay, Gorfeht, let's not try not to antagonize our friends here, okay?
He's
Or
trying to
the
do it.
evil deity.
He's trying to do it stealthily. Can he roll a stealth check?
Oh yeah, if you want to do it stealthily, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Well,
Why didn't you say so?
would a 27 work?
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
My
yeah.
plus
That's
11.
stealthy.
Yeah, you don't even move. You just kind of project your voice.
Are you there, Samuel?
No response.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Are you there, Samuel? It's me, Gorfeht.
Hi, we're old friends. Plot twist. Turns out you're a warlock serving this deity.
Bet.
Who knew?
Okay, so you guys make it back to the pile. These
Yep.
three elves will call. What should we call these three elves?
Ooh, snap, crackle, and pop.
Snap, Crackle, and Pop. The three elves. That is how it translates to Gob. That is not their given elvish name, but Snap,
Yeah.
Crackle, and Pop. They kind of come through, and you see them doing some weird, like, kind of Tai Chi movements almost. And there, some big vines start growing around the entrance to the pile, and kind of forming like a barrier. Think of it like the Sleeping Beauty, like thorny vines, but not as like dangerous and evil looking.
Yeah, not as evil looking.
Yeah.
They're green and not black.
Yes, they're alive. They're good. They're living vines, and they don't have thorns all over them. So that kind of creates a wall surrounding the pile, and then they branch this beautiful
It's just
archway.
like they just grow all of this stuff and nobody is actually paying attention, so some clueless goblin is carrying a bunch of stuff, just runs into it and falls over.
Par for the
like,
course
oh,
for
what?
gobs.
Watch out for that, Phil.
Yeah, Phil, they got a new wall now. They form a nice archway. They asked you where you want the entrance to be, and they put it over there. You know that. And then they asked, do you want just the one entrance, or do you want a couple of ways out for different things, or how do you want this to work?
For now, one entrance will do.
I was gonna say exits would be nice, but never mind.
I'm sure that won't be an issue later.
Oh yeah,
our
no.
exit is into the redoubt of the caves.
The one
Yeah, you
that,
do have the cave entrance that you're inside the walls. So
the one that they said if we come down, they'll count that as war. That redoubt.
no, not the Cave of Terror, and the other caves that you guys have your like rooms in.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's tons of there's a whole system.
Yeah, the Caves of Terror they're like a half mile away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, not the war caves. No, you're good. And so they say, well, is there anything else we could help with while we're here? Or do you guys have any food we could snack on? Or
We're very
He
low
makes,
on
he makes a handful of good berries.
oh, we love good berries, thank you. And they just pop them right in. Yeah, just snort a good berry.
I guess he gives them each one good berry. So
Yeah.
we
One
still
good
got
berry each.
so we still got
seven.
7 remaining to use for the rest
Nice.
of the day, I guess.
Good to know. And I don't think they go bad either. So
You can just keep your store of good berries.
yeah, we had a druid in one of my other campaigns that would like cost good berry constantly. Just had a bag of them for like always.
That could very well be what he has been doing. It's just
Yeah, on the off days where he's not adventuring, he just
Yeah.
uses all his spell slots to cast good berry.
they just have like a couple of barrels full of good berries.
Make some good berry wine.
Wow, that would be dope.
Just cut to some goblins stomping on good berries.
Yeah.
Just the scene
Looking
from I
good
Love
over there,
Lucy, but with
guys.
goblins.
Yeah. I see no problems here. Okay. Is there anything else you want to ask the elves for while they're here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So don't waken Samuel.
Don't say his name. We'll tear all this down.
It's really lucky that we guessed his name. We guessed his name right off the bat. That was well. What? How should we dispose of he who shall not be named?
Yes, Voldemort should be buried, probably in a cave somewhere.
If we were to give
got
him
lots
to
of
like the
those.
drow, would that be good or bad?
That'd be very bad. Don't do that, please.
Do we even know about the drow?
I don't know if you probably heard like folk tales
Oh, I
of
thought
like some dark
Okay.
elves.
I thought we went to the Dwaro depth. I don't mind. I messed up.
The Dergar?
Yeah.
The
Those are the dark
Dwargar.
dwarves, not the
Oh.
dark elves. Yeah.
What about the Dark Dwarves?
I again wouldn't recommend. No, please don't. Just don't give
I
it to
think we'll
anybody.
just.
What
I
about?
think we'll just seal it up in a cave in the Caves of Terror.
What
Yeah,
about?
that seems like a great idea. Yeah.
He's just
Not in our part of the Caves of Terror.
He's just messing with them now. What about orcs?
Orcs, definitely not. No. Especially
about-
not Klarsh.
Only slightly evil humans.
Mildly evil humans. That one could be okay. No, don't give it to them. What are you talking about?
How much money could
yeah, it's
this
just
be
like-
worth?
I mean, depending on who your market is, probably a lot. If there's some evil people that want to buy a nice evil statue,
Oh, sweet.
don't sell it.
Weehawk interrupts. He's just like, one more thing. If you guys just happen to see any like bandits regressing through the woods, like I know you're pacifists and all, but if you don't mind like harrying them, maybe disrupting any of their supplies.
Oh, and we can completely
Have-
get them lost in the woods if they go through the woods. Like, we have no problem with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm fishing for.
Love it. Yeah, no problem at all. We'll keep an eye out, get it handled. Just whatever you do, don't do anything with the statue. Just put it somewhere, forget about it, forget it exists.
So we shouldn't
Well,
like
take
set
care
it
of-
down in the center of camp and start bowing to it.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Why not?
You might summon it. I don't know.
Oh. If one were to summon it, how would that look like?
We've never done it, so I couldn't tell you.
It would.
Oh.
It would probably look 100 times worse than what we're already preparing for.
So like, if I cut my hand, I probably should not put the blood on the.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. No, yeah, no blood sacrifice involving an evil statue. Yeah, it's probably gonna go south, buddy.
This,
But
I
I feel like you're doing this.
theoretically,
I feel like you're doing this deliberately to us now. Like earlier, I thought you were just asking questions. This feels antagonistic.
well, I'm just what. So you said he's evil, but like,
Yeah,
could we convert him to friendly?
that's not how deities work.
What do you mean?
while they're having this
So do you know what a
conversation,
god
like
is?
while they're having this conversation, Weehawk has already gone and gotten Jim and just like carted the thing away with a wagon.
Meanwhile, the elves are explaining the concept of deities to Gorfeht.
It's just he and Jim are just like taking it deep down into the caves.
Yeah, so
towards
you
the
just throw
Caves
it
of
in
Terror.
one of the dead ends of the Cave of Terror.
I just imagine
Yeah.
they have a wheelbarrow, and they get to the edge of the cave of terror, and just like dump it off.
You just hear it clattering down into the cave. Now we don't know which one it's gonna be in, so we can't be tempted.
No one knows. It's like a pachinko machine. It just climbs down.
It's just cut to the bottom, and it's just in there, but it's broken in half. It's just,
Yeah, and a spirit rises out of it.
well,
Well, my apologies.
won't have to worry about that statue anymore.
My apologies. I did not mean to upset. I'm just a scientific mind.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll take your word for it. I'm sure you're not lying to us.
I'm not.
Well, if you need anything else, just holler. You know where to find us. We'll be around, and this is quite a lovely thing you have going here. It's definitely better than we expected from a goblin camp.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, that means a lot coming from you guys.
Yeah, we all have fun. We'll be around sometime, probably to, bring some nice bounty of fruit or whatever, and
that would be
exchange,
great.
have a little cultural exchange. Be interesting. We enjoy that kind of thing. So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So,
Traipse off into the woods.
so I was thinking,
Yeah, they all like skip. They just skip away into the
They
woods.
prance.
so the elves are like really good. So what they think is evil might not be that evil to us. Right?
No, I feel like it would be more evil.
Oh, how so?
Well, because. Well. just like that, they just walk off into the town trying to figure this out.
Weehawk's just like thinking really hard, like, oh man,
This is. What is Gorfeht's wisdom? Just out of curiosity.
Evidently not that high.
-2.
He can make a wisdom check to see if he was wise enough to make the wise decision or if he's stupid.
Well, I was just curious to see what it is in relation to Weehawk's.
Oh, it's 14.
Oh, okay. It's actually higher than Weehawk's.
His intelligence
hilarious.
is 7. He has a very low intelligence.
Yeah, he's a wise
yeah.
but not smart boy.
Weehawk is slightly less wise, but smarter.
Yeah. Which is kind of hilarious given the whole circumstance here. But yeah, it actually kind of
Well,
tracks for you too.
It actually lines up because, like, Gorfeht's wise enough to be a pacifist,
Yeah, that's true.
and he's
That is
generally
his
the
own-
more philosophical of the two.
That is all valid. Okay. What is your next goal for the pile in preparations for Klarsh?
Next goal is for one of us to go attempt to make trade with the deep dwarves.
Oh yeah, how are you going to go about that? That's the real question.
Oof.
Well, they like treasure, and we've got treasure. I figure we take a not insignificant chunk of treasure down there and offer it to them in exchange for
Now,
some.
what were the words that the leader of the Deep Dwarf town gave you?
If you
If
step
more
foot
than-
down here, we will count that as war.
Oh, I thought it was if more than one of us steps foot back down there.
No, it's just if you come back down here.
Well, never mind that idea.
So
Now, if you
Um,
find a way to send a message or something, I don't know, but like,
Yeah, I guess we could send Claudio with a message. The least threatening
is
thing we
Claudio a
have.
person?
he is definitely
He
a
is
person.
not.
He is one of us.
He's
One
not even a
of us.
homunculus. He's just like a cobbled together.
He's just a trash
thing.
boy.
He's a gobbledygook.
Yeah,
Or is that?
Gobbledygook.
he is probably the least threatening thing in the pile.
That's true.
I
You
feel
could
like-
attempt a Claudio message.
I think we could send Claudio down there with a message.
Of your options,
offering,
it seems the safest.
offering treasure in exchange for some.
You should confer with the triumvirate before you do this.
Yeah, let's check what's grim.
Yeah. Hold an official meeting. The triumvirate meets in the tent. So, what's going on, guys? Why we call this meeting?
It's like it's the same. It's the same tent that we burnt down, just like patched back together,
Yeah.
and with a sign that says "Under New Management."
Well, he had an idea of sending a messenger down to the dwarves who said not to send anyone down or else that'll be war.
See, that sounds like a bad idea on the surface.
Well, that's why my idea was to send Claudio. I don't know if he knows Claudio, does he?
I'm sure Claudio's known at this point around the
Yeah.
the pile.
That's why I figured we send Claudio. You know, Ogthi's little.
This sounds like we need to have a
Dang.
philosophical debate about whether or not Claudio is in fact a person.
I
This
say
sound- is
I
re-
don't.
Are you ready for a Star Trek episode? Because here we go.
Because he's the least threatening thing on in the pile. He's literally like what less than a foot tall, maybe.
Not even. Yeah.
He's unarmed, completely unthreatening.
I have a different idea. I if we're trying to convince them or just meet with them or any sort of parley here, we have something that came from there.
You mean Frederick?
I mean Fredward.
Fredward? Frederick-ward?
Well,
Fredward.
Fredward can't walk by himself.
Can he not?
No, I have to walk in
No,
front
he
of him
can.
with a stick.
Are you able to give him orders?
Only simple, like sit, and Fredward sits.
Fredward sits right outside.
You just hear there's just like
Thunk.
a light rumble.
Well, I guess if you have to be with him, that wouldn't work, would it?
No.
He is
All in
also a war machine.
That's also valid. All in favor of Claudio, say aye.
Aye.
Seems to be just Weehawk.
Yeah.
If I'm outvoted, I'm outvoted.
It might be best for us to like leave a note with like a big gem or something. That might be better than like,
Just lower it down the hole.
yeah, like leave a gift bag.
I don't dislike that idea.
Seems like the best option we have currently.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's carefully craft this note. What should this say?
Well, can
Want
they
to
read it? We need to write
We
it.
can
in-
probably read common. We can write it in common.
You know they were able to speak a broken common, so they should at least be able to get something out of that.
Oh, sweet! I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like a really gnarled, like it's like a really broken, like heavily accented, broken up common, but it's
Yeah.
it's something. So
Sweet.
Imagine it being kind of like heavily accented Russian.
yeah.
Duh.
So what do you want this note to say? Want to meet, or what? Like
You up?
Me-
Question mark.
you up for a good time call.
Need advice on war.
Ooh. Okay.
You
Yeah,
guys-
that would
you
definitely intrigue
guys-
them.
You guys are the best we know. Have
Heart.
treasure.
XOXO.
XOXO, the triumvirate.
Okay. And what
Yours
treasure do you
truly.
want to bring with it?
We don't have to give them all the treasure up, like
The
here
statue?
and now.
Don't give them the
Not the
statues.
statue.
Please
Do
don't
not give them the statue.
The
That
elves
is
will
counter-
kill you.
That is counterindicated by the statue's manual.
If you turn the statue over, there's like a "Do not give" on the bottom engraved.
Like a list of
not
people.
for resale, just
There's
Yeah.
like a list of people not to give it to. The first one on the list is goblins.
Yeah.
It's like, I wonder why that's there.
I wonder what this could be.
But no, I think we ready like a small
Little gift basket.
box, like a small chest of,
oh yeah.
like the kind you would put on top of a table,
Perfect. Okay.
just with some gems and gold and stuff
All
in
right.
it.
Attach the note to it. Lower it down the hole. Wait.
Yeah, yeah. Just wait it like a day or two.
Yeah, we'll give it 2 days. Yeah, we'll see. So anything you guys want to do during these 2 days, or just kind of like fast forward?
I think we would try to make communications with the humans too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
wanna-
are you sending a scout out to do this, or what are you doing? For
I'll
the
probably
humans?
go in person.
You seem like the best option for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm Mr. Charisma.
Yeah. So because
Probably-
it is a
probably
day's travel
don't
each,
take-
so
Yeah.
probably don't take Fredward.
yeah, maybe don't take Fredward. Maybe just the wolf.
Oh, I take Fredward, but I leave him like in the forest when I go. Like
just in case
yeah.
just in case things go south and you need to escape.
All
Cool,
right.
So you ride Fredward to it, and then
And-
leave him at the edge of the forest.
And Garbage and Fredward both come with me.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
both with you. You have your whole
Okay.
animal posse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have you do this during the 2 days that are gone. So let's go ahead and run through this here.
Okay. Can
So
I
you
bring
make it to the edge of the forest.
Can I bring a peace offering?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you bringing? What do
Another
humans like?
another gift basket.
Okay, but what do humans like?
Oh, food
Sure. So you're gonna bring them the same food that you stole from them?
and gold, maybe a little bit of gold. With a nice little bow.
I mean, as far as gestures of goodwill go, returning what we stole from
I
them
guess that
isn't
is pretty
a
good now
bad
that you
one.
mention it. Yeah, recontextualized. It's pretty solid.
What do we want from the humans? Do we want their support? Do we want them to?
I think we're trying to get like a neutral to middling good thing, just like we're not
Yeah.
your enemy kind of thing.
Got you.
And like maybe establish that next time instead of stealing from them, we'll trade for what we want.
Yeah, we're establishing a trading kind of thing. That seems like a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of is outside of town and kind of approaches very slowly, hoping people will see him, so it's not like a surprise.
Oh, and
Yeah, you're like holding up in the air the big basket.
Weehawk, before Gorfeht left, Weehawk would remind him to ask them what they did with the Orc Chieftain because he's curious.
Do I see like a body hanging anywhere?
No. They're not savages.
Well, come on, Garbage.
You guys make your way into the city. The alarm sounds as you approach, and some guards like run up to the side, and they say, "What business have you?"
I'd like to talk to your leader.
Are you gonna? Yeah, what is this bad? Yeah, this is all very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
weird for me too.
do you have any weapons?
Yeah.
Can you drop them here?
Oh, can I keep the knife?
No.
Oh, okay. So he kind of leaves his rapier and his knife on the ground. Yeah, can I leave it with my steed out here? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, the wolf.
Steed. Yes. Yes.
Do you
I
have a
will.
friend named Steve?
I came with a peace offering, a gift basket.
Okay, well we'll escort you to the Jarls.
Cool. Does he still have his banjo on him?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't deprive an old man of his banjo.
The ultimate southern. You got some spoons you're playing too.
So yeah,
They escort you to the keep where the leader is, the Jarl.
can he play his banjo with Mage Hand?
No.
Not to cast a spell, but just to strum it peacefully.
Oh, yeah, just to like gently, just kind of like literally like run a hand across kind of thing.
Yeah. Bum blum, bum blum.
It's like a harp like strumming the harp, but it's just the banjo string.
Just burp, 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 burp. Okay, so you get into the keep. The Jarl is looking at you. You see a very tall, blonde, bearded man kind of looking down there. He's kind of lounging in his chair up top. He says, what business?
What brings you to Windhelm?
Yeah.
Or what's the first? I am your biographer of Whiterun.
Yeah,
Yes, there you go.
Jarl
Your
Paul
Balgruuf of Whiterun. This is exactly right.
Does a drow come up and stop me? What
No,
business
you
have
do
you with
see
the
a-
Jarl?
You do see a hooded figure in the corner just doing weird magic stuff, though.
Wonder
He
what
said, I
his
lost a
deal
tablet.
is.
Can you help me get it back?
No.
This-
Why not?
And this is how
I don't wanna.
and this is how Gorfeht didn't become the Dragonborn.
Ah. So yeah, the Jarl's like, what could I use it? I heard you bring a peace offering.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Okay, thank you,
He
I
puts
guess.
He puts it down on the ground, bows. Here it is.
Thank you. What is your name, young goblin?
Oh hi, I'm Gorfeht Timrick. I am one of the 3 chiefs of my tribe.
3 chiefs, you say?
3 chiefs.
Interesting. Okay, are you the same goblins that, attacked us a couple weeks ago?
No, you're thinking of orcs.
The orcs were also there, but they were also goblins.
Ah. I think
I
they're
probably should have gone with Gorfeht.
There was a little. Okay, we were starving. We needed some food, but we incurred no actual damage on the village itself. We were very specific. In fact, we actually saved some villagers, if you can believe that.
I say there were reports of goblins attacking the orcs as well as stealing from us. So, I mean, I guess it was a mixed bag.
Yeah.
So is this peace offering in regards to that?
Yes. There's some items in there that clearly say made by humans. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how humans label their stuff. Yeah.
Well, we would like that not to happen again, which I can imagine you'd probably be on the same page.
Yeah, we would also love that. Mm-hmm.
So we had an idea.
Go on.
What if we traded with each other instead of stole?
I mean, that sounds like a much more beneficial relationship.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So would this be you just kind of send people over here and then we give you stuff and you give us stuff, or would this be you also telling us where your base is so we can also send people to trade, or what is this?
Would you prefer a safe middle place?
I mean, that seems rather inconvenient for both of us because then we have to schedule a time to meet there and then it's like a whole thing.
Well, okay. I know my people, and I know they're not as reasonable as would be preferred. So, could we have a show of good faith?
That's what I'm asking for. You know where we live. We don't know where you live.
Oh, well, this is my show of good faith.
What, the basket?
Yes.
Yeah, but what about where your base is?
Well, I need a show of good faith from you before I reveal the location of our base.
Well, we're trying to establish trade.
I need a basket.
Oh, you want a basket of stuff?
Just pushes back the basket.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, well.
I need a basket.
we somewhere back at the village, Weehawk is just like, man, I really should have gone.
Instead of waiting outside the cave. Persuasion?
Yeah.
That'd be a 15.
15. He kind of thinks about it for a second. He's nodding along. He's thinking. He's like, all right, a basket couldn't hurt. Yeah, sure. We'll give you some food, some goodies. Yeah, why not? He's waves his hand and someone goes off and starts putting one together. He's like, okay, so how do we get to your base so we can both start establishing trade?
Before we get there, I did want to know what happened with the war chief.
Oh, the war chief that came through here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you guys did a pretty good number on both the war chief and the, other orcs around. The war chief we let go. The other orcs we executed.
Oh, wait. So you got the most important one.
Yes.
And let him go.
Yeah, well, our line of thought was that what is a war chief without other things to command?
a guy who gets other
Does-
things to command.
This is where we reveal that he probably worked for Klarsh. Is that
Yeah, Klarsh is the name. Yeah.
I believe that
this is
guy,
where we revealed.
he totally worked for Klarsh, and now you just gave him back. Are you familiar with Klarsh?
Klarsh?
Yes.
Doesn't ring a bell, no. We don't really know the names of orcs.
Oof. Can I make a performance or persuasion check to confer the information?
To what?
To convene?
What are you trying to do?
I want to communicate.
It's
Which
just-
I'm not doing well in character or out of character.
He's trying to sing a song about what we know about Klarsh.
Yes.
Oh, you're okay. So you're trying to explain the information you know about Klarsh to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you want to perform it as a bard, you can do performance. If you want to just like try and talk it out with them, you can do persuasion.
Ooh, plus 10 or plus 10? Well, I
What
think
flavor do you
I
want?
could
That's
tell
the
you.
question.
I could tell you, but why not hear it in song?
Ding ding ding.
All right. Well, I just rolled a 26. So.
Oh my gosh.
Get
Okay,
ready.
well give me
Nice.
a line from the song. Let's see how we go. Yeah.
The story of Klarsh. There was an orc named Klarsh. He led a tribe that was led by Klarsh. There have been
We're still using the
dozens, if
Goblin
not
Hives team, huh?
hundreds of people murdered by Klarsh. He really stinks, Klarsh. You really want to watch out for Klarsh because nobody likes to confront with Klarsh because if it's a bad person, his name is probably Klarsh.
Ba-da-da.
Bye-bye.
So Klarsh sounds like a
somehow-
bad dude.
Yes.
He sings that,
Yeah,
and somehow
it somehow
they just,
really magically gets into their brain. Yeah.
right. And I was gonna say it somehow reveals all of the information that wasn't just in those lyrics.
Yes,
as well.
yeah. Somehow you explained the entire situation perfectly through that song.
Yes.
Like Lassie style.
Yeah.
And you let him go.
Yeah, well, that's our bad, we'll say. Okay. We'll make other decisions on that moving forward.
Yes.
But yeah, if we see any orcs again, we'll make sure to take them out. So don't worry about that.
Okay. Well,
Here's your gift basket.
oh, thank you. What's in it?
There's like a bunch of bread and cheese and berries and other things like that.
Ooh. Okay. We are located here. Please don't kill us.
You have like weird abstract directions because you don't have a map.
So very landmark.
You're gonna
based.
walk into the forest and take a right, and then take a left, and then take another left, and then take a right, and then take another right, and then you'll be
Yeah, and then in 40 paces it'll be on your left.
yes.
You
I
like
say, got
look.
it.
You like look, and the pile is like
It
a
just
1,000
pans over.
yards away. It's just like
A
it's
day's
just like
ride,
a
they
1,000.
said.
It's just like 1,000 yards away from the village. We just take forever to get there because
It's too
because our sense of direction is
It's just
so bad.
garbage. Utter garbage. Not to insult you, garbage, our lovely wolf friend. But, oh.
Can I roll an insight check to see if they're gonna kill us?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Camera pans to the pile.
it's an 18.
18.
It's
Yeah,
like-
it doesn't seem like they're going to murder you. You're good.
So
Oh, that's good.
It's like, so where? So now tell us where your village is. And he's just like, oh, it's just next door.
Yeah, it's that one right over there. You see that big pile? That's us.
Okay. Well, what type of things do you want to trade for?
Well, what does goblin culture have to offer?
We have mushrooms. We have worms. We
We are good hunters.
are decent hunters. We are not Klarsh.
That's a bonus.
Yes. What about
Okay,
you?
well, I'll tell you what. How about this? We'll bring a delegation in say a week, and have some people bring some of our nice things, and then we'll see what we can trade for while we're there, and so see how it goes, huh?
I like that.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your gesture of goodwill and good faith here, and we'll make sure to take out any orcs that come and not kill any goblins that come. How about that?
Absolutely. He kind of goes in for a hug.
Nope, we're not there yet.
Oh,
A little early.
well. I thought
He
that's how.
gives you a tiny little bow.
Oh, well. Kind of raises his fist up.
I'll give you a fist bump. That works. Yeah, he pounds it.
Whoever told me humans liked hugs was wrong.
Wonderful times. Okay, so cut forward a couple days. You get back to the pile. You receive a message back from the dwarves saying, "Love war, love to talk about it, love to help." They said send no more than 3 people, and we'll talk.
How convenient.
Yeah, really convenient. I know.
I think I don't think we should leave the pile without one of the 3.
Yeah,
That's probably a good idea.
you might have rebellion on your hands.
I can wait back if you want to take Scrim, because Scrim seems like the war guy.
Yeah.
All right.
You wait back with Garbage and Fredward.
Yeah, 100%.
Ed Gorfeht Jr.
Wilt, and then
And
me,
Claudio.
Scrim,
You have a menagerie.
I love it.
And then Weehawk, Scrim, and Jim can go meet with the
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
the dwarves.
Love that. Okay, let's start there next time. We'll go meet with the dwarves. And just a spoiler alert, audience, we're approaching the finale pretty close here, so things are going to go down soon. It's going to be a good time, and enjoy.
Things are about to get climactic.
Climactic indeed.
Oh, why'd you say that?
Yeah, well, context. But yeah, have a lovely new year, all. Thank you for listening to us. We greatly appreciate it. And yeah, have a lovely start of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.